In the book Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, he says, and I quote, "When the information that keeps coming into awareness is congruent with goals, psychic energy flows effortlessly." The other night, I was invited to be interviewed in our Next Level Mastermind product, and the subject of my interview was the creation principle of faith. A lot of people see the amazing things that I've been able to create with my team and make assumptions about how I do it that I found in most cases are inaccurate and they lack proper information. The truth is that I'm able to create incredible things in my life because of a relentless psychological absorption in my vision, aiming 100% of my mind, my body, my heart, and my energy at a single outcome until its creation is manifest. Complete psychological absorption is called flow, and is the ability a human being has to tap into all their conscious and unconscious resources and aim them at a single, unwavering destination. If you walk in the sun with no clothes on, I bet you could imagine that the speed at which your skin is going to burn is going to be related to the time and date, the proximity you live to the equator, and also your genetic predisposition to the sun. In other words, if you've got darker skin, you're going to get less burned. Does that make sense? If you're white European like me, you're going to get more burned. However, if a giant magnifying glass is placed above your head, it would do the same thing that it does to an ant, focusing a large section of energy into a single point, making a harmless force into a burning heat that consumes its target. Such is the power of a human being, completely focused on one outcome, something they're creating in the future, with a relentless passion and energy, determined to make it succeed in the presence of all obstacles that appear in their way. Bill Britt is one of the most influential thinkers in the history of my industry, which is the network marketing profession. And before his death, I had the pleasure of hearing him speak several times. I remember him telling a story where he was at something called a Diamond Club, which is an exotic retreat that the Amway Corporation holds for diamond distributors and above. And one of his leaders walked up to him in a swimming pool, and they asked him a question that at the surface seems simple, yet in a deep way is the fundamental question asked at the heart of every human being who wants to create an incredible and also majestic future. And that question was this. His diamond asked him, "Bill, how do I go double diamond?" Now, you might not be familiar with that terminology, but it basically means twice the ring. So what is it about that question in particular that has a deep meaning? You might not know what a double diamond is, and if you do, perhaps you don't want to be a double diamond. Perhaps you want to actually pursue the passion of music, life coaching maybe, or maybe you're an internet marketer and you just want to make money online. Perhaps your desired outcome is attracting the woman or the man of your dreams, manifesting a river of wealth out of the universe, or fame, success, and power. Perhaps as you're paying attention to this episode, your actual desire is simply to step into the world of prosperity, of abundance. You know inside you have the power to create. And here's what I see inside your desires. You're actually wondering something right now. You're wondering, how can I create the outcome that I want to create? And if you're wondering that, perhaps you think it's because you don't have the power, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the skill to simply create it right now. Perhaps you don't know the indicators of momentum that will give you the feedback that you need that what you're doing is actually working in the right way as we speak. And maybe you're looking for some kind of secret that exists outside the self. Perhaps you're looking for something that's deep, a hidden meaning known only to the philosophers of wealth that are responsible for architecting new civilizations inside their mind and then the world on the outside. And Bill looked at his leader and he asked him a question. "Do you trust me?" To which the leader responded, "Yes, Bill." A struggle that I once had was a lack of faith in my own ability to be the leader that I looked up to. I assumed that these speakers, these authors, these leaders, they had some kind of secret strategy or knowledge that once I had, I would overcome all the problems that were holding me back and step into a new kind of future. And yet, regardless of my search for that knowledge, I struggled and I worked in vain in my various businesses, co-creating setback after setback until one day, I learned the secret that I heard Bill teach years before. One night, exhausted, in the middle of restful sleep after driving into a parking lot near Honolulu Beach in Hawaii, I was awakened by a loud thumping noise and sat up to find a blinding light shining in my eyes. Awakening from a dream, it was terrifying. And then, Bill asked again, "Do you trust me?" The leader then responded emphatically, "Yes, Bill, I trust you." "Then come a little closer. Come a little closer," Bill said as he motioned with his hand and he nodded his head. Staring into the shining light, I realized I was talking to a police officer who had come to write me a ticket and kick me out of the park. I argued with him to no avail. He wrote the ticket anyways. And at that point, looking at it, I started to cry. My ex-wife was asking what was wrong, but she didn't know. We were totally out of money. That ticket was for all of the money that I had left, and we had nothing. No gas money, no money for food, no jobs. We were broke. And Bill said yet again, "Do you trust me?" "Absolutely." And the leader replied, "Yes, Bill. Teach me how to go double diamond." Bill then reached up his hand around the leader's neck and pulled his face underneath the water in the swimming pool. The leader didn't resist and allowed Bill to hold him under the water. Struggle-free for just a minute. And then he realized that Bill wasn't letting go. His air started to run thin, and he tried to get up, now realizing that Bill was actually holding him down with nearly 250 pounds of body weight. And he, being a smaller man, didn't have the power to escape. And in that moment, I reached down inside myself and found something that I didn't know that I had. Instead of a light being shined in my eyes, a light started beaming forth from my eyes, and finding the strength on the inside, he thrashed one last time with all his might, swinging his entire body with wild, ferocious survival energy that comes from a need to breathe. And Bill looked at him as he came up out of the water, and he said, "When you want this as bad as you just wanted to breathe, it's already done." Tapping into your survival instinct to operate in 100% of your energy is the secret to manifesting the world you're desiring to create. And when you realize that the man in the story is really you and me, I'm telling you the same. When you want this as bad as you just wanted to breathe, it's already done. And it was. Today, as you're commenting, tell me why you want this. What do you want to really create? Remember, the best comment daily will win a reward and will give you a copy of the book Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience, for simply wanting to win as badly as you want to breathe. And the prize, as with all prizes, can be yours now. In your first bonus today, you're going to get a transcription of this episode. Will you pay attention to that transcription? And when you listen to the audio on the next page, you're going to find yourself in a different kind of flow. So here's what you need to do now. Scroll down on the page, put in your name, put in your email, hit the button that says, "Give me the daily shortcut." And you're going to be led to a page that has 3 bonuses that you can get in your hands where you can tap into the power that's deep inside. And when you tap into the power that's deep inside, you rise up as a drowning man, looking into the light in front of you, and realize it's your time to win. Scroll down right now, comment, put in your information, then click the button that says, "Give me the total shortcut," and I'll see you on the next page.